Hey guys, welcome back. In this Blender video, we'll be modeling this mechanical mounting bracket. This is a really good shape to practice modeling and improve your skills, especially if you're aiming for super clean topology and a professional finish. So without wasting any time, let's jump right in. First, let's add a cylinder. Then over here in the options, make it 16 vertices. Then rotate it 90 degrees like this. Then duplicate the cylinder and move it up about 3 units. Then press Shift-Y and scale the cylinder only on the Z and X axis, about 0.6 units. Then select both these front faces, inset inwards about 0.3 units, and then delete the faces. Now we'll add a mirror modifier, but before that, add a loop cut in the middle like this for both cylinders. Then go into the top view, select this side part, and delete it. Now add a mirror modifier, and here choose the axis it has to be mirrored, and turn on clipping. Go into the front view, select this bottom part, and delete it. Then select this face over here and extrude it out on the x-axis about 1 unit. Then press SX0, which will scale and flatten the face on the x-axis. Now add a loop cut here and add one on both sides. Then over here, add another loop cut. In the snapping settings, set the snapping type to vertex. Add a loop cut here and snap it to the bottom edge vertex loop cut. Hold Ctrl while snapping. Now select the bottom faces of the cylinder and delete them. Select these faces over here and delete them. Select both these edges and press F to fill. Then select both these edges here and press F. Select this edge and press F. Then select this full edge of this part and fill it. On the side, add a cut and snap it to this vertex here. Select both these vertices and press J to join them. Then use the knife tool to add a cut over here like this. In this area, add a few loop cuts, so this part has nice square-looking faces. On the side, add 2 more loop cuts. Now at the bottom, select this edge. At the top, turn on Auto Merge. Extrude this edge and snap it over here. Then extrude again and snap it here. Press Shift-R to repeat the extrusion. Now select this face and move it out slightly, then extrude it out like this. Move this edge slightly inwards and fill this part. Select these vertices and join them. Add a cut with the knife like this. Add loop cuts over here, and then join these vertices like this. Select and slide these vertices. Now we'll add the small hole over here, so select these faces over here and inset inwards a little, then press W, Loop Tools, Circle to make it circular. Scale and adjust the circle if it's too big or too small. Extrude it down and snap it to the bottom part. At the bottom, delete these faces and delete these faces as well. Select both these edges, go over here and choose Bridge Edge Loops to fill this part quickly. Now we'll add the hole on the side, so select these faces somewhere over here and extrude inwards. It will automatically clip in the middle because of the mirror modifier clipping. Then delete the faces, and here inside add 2 loop cuts. This corner here is slightly curved, so select this corner edge and bevel it. Use the mouse scroll to add a segment. Now we'll bevel all the border side sharp edges. This will keep the side borders sharp after applying subdivision. To select them faster, go to Select and choose Select Sharp Edges. This will select all the sharp edges. Now manually select or deselect the edges you want to bevel or don't want to bevel. This circle will bevel later, so unselect it. Once everything is selected properly, bevel the edges. In the bevel settings, set the shape to 1. Here, make it arc in the options, so it looks something like this in the corners. Slide this vertex slightly. Now join this arc corner like this. Join all the arc parts wherever they are. Once everything is joined properly, shade smooth the object. Then add a subdivision modifier. Over here, select these edges of the hole and then bevel them. Then activate the subdivision modifier again. And now this looks good. Okay, now we'll add a hole over here on the top. So before that, we'll have to apply the mirror modifier. Select these faces over here, inset inwards, then use Loop Tool Circle to make this a circle. Here in the options, make it fit inside, so it stays inside the area. And here, turn off Flatten, so it's curved, not flat. Then extrude inwards. Then press SZ0 to flatten it. Then inset slightly. Now add a loop cut here, and add another loop cut here, like this. Then here, activate the subdivision modifier. Now over here, turn on cavity. Over here on this corner, you can see some pinching artifacts. To fix this, we'll use the shrink wrap method, the same technique we used in our previous videos. First, select this edge, duplicate it, and separate it by selection. Now select that duplicated edge and extrude it all the way to the end of the part. Now activate the subdivision modifier for the duplicated part and then hide it. Now go back to the original mesh and select the area that needs to be smooth. Once the area faces to be smoothed are selected, go over here in the Properties panel, create a new vertex group, and assign these selected faces to that group. Next, add a shrink wrap modifier. Use the eyedropper to set the duplicated part as the target. Here, select the vertex group, so the shrink wrap affects only those selected faces and smooths them out. Now, enable the subdivision modifier, and this already looks much better. You can see there's still a slight line artifact on the top. To fix that, select the duplicated part and press Shift-N to recalculate the normals. Now this looks good. And if we turn the shrink wrap modifier on and off, you can clearly see the difference. Now here you can see that the back side of the cylinder is a little shorter compared to the front side. So select these faces over here, move them inwards, and snap them to this inner edge line. Now this looks better, and this side is slightly smaller compared to the front side. All right, we're done modeling this part, and it turned out really nice. In the next video, we'll be modeling this shape, so stay tuned for that. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also drop a comment below with your feedback. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.